Imagine being so rich that when you travel, entire countries collapse financially. Imagine giving away so much gold that its value crashes for years. No modern billionaire, not Elon Musk, not Jeff Bezos, not anyone, has ever come close. This is the true story of Musa, the richest human being to ever live. But this is not just a story about money. It's a story about power, faith, knowledge, and legacy, and how one African king changed world history forever. 1. Africa before Musa. To understand Musa, we must first destroy a myth. Many people think medieval Africa was poor, undeveloped, and isolated. That is completely false. West Africa was one of the richest regions on Earth. Why? Because it controlled gold, salt, and trade routes connecting Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. Gold was not rare in Mali. It was everywhere. At a time when Europe struggled for coins, West Africa sat on the largest gold reserves on the planet. And from this land, a legend would rise. 2. Who was Musa? Musa was born around 1280 AD into the royal family of the Mali Empire. The word Mansa means king of kings. But Musa did not become king in a normal way. The previous ruler believed he could discover the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. He sailed west and never returned. That disappearance placed Musa on the throne. And from the moment he became emperor, everything changed. Musa didn't just rule land. He ruled gold mines, trade routes, cities, knowledge. His empire stretched across modern-day Mali, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Niger, and beyond. He controlled almost half of the world's gold supply. Let that sink in. 3. How rich was Musa? People often ask, was Musa really the richest man in history? The answer is simple. Yes, by far. Historians estimate his wealth at over $400 billion in today's money. But even that number is misleading. Why? Because Musa didn't just own gold. He controlled where gold came from. If Musa decided gold should flow, markets moved. If he stopped it, economies collapsed. His wealth was not numbers on paper. It was real power. And soon, the world would witness it. For the journey that shocked the world. In 1324, Musa decided to make the Hajj, the sacred pilgrimage to Mecca. But he didn't travel like an ordinary king. He traveled like a walking empire. His caravan included 60,000 people, 12,000 servants, 100 camels, each carrying over 130 kilograms of gold. The journey crossed deserts, cities, and kingdoms. Wherever Musa stopped, gold poured like water. He gave gold to the poor, scholars, merchants, kings. In Cairo, he gave away so much gold that the price of gold collapsed for more than 10 years. Yes, one man accidentally destroyed an economy with generosity. People had never seen anything like it. News spread across Africa, the Middle East, Europe. Maps began to label Mali with one symbol, a king holding a gold nugget. That king was Musa. 5. Musa and faith. Musa was deeply Muslim, but his faith was not shallow. He believed wealth meant responsibility. During his pilgrimage, he met scholars, architects, and teachers. And instead of leaving gold behind, he brought knowledge back home. He hired Islamic scholars, scientists, poets, architects. Most famously, he built Timbuktu. 6. Timbuktu, the city of knowledge. Timbuktu was not a desert village. It was a global center of learning. It contained universities, libraries, mosques, scientific schools. The University of Sankore attracted students from across the world. Subjects taught included mathematics, astronomy, medicine, law, philosophy. At a time when Europe was in the Dark Ages, African scholars were writing textbooks. Thousands of ancient manuscripts still exist today. This was Musa's true legacy. Not gold, knowledge. 7. Building an empire that lasted. Musa used his wealth wisely. He built roads, mosques, schools, trade centers. Cities became safer. Trade became stronger. Culture flourished. Unlike many rulers, he didn't rule through fear. He ruled through stability. And for decades, Mali became the envy of the world. 8. Death and decline. Musa died around 1337. After his death, the empire slowly weakened. Why? Because systems matter more than individuals. Without his leadership, corruption and division grew. Eventually, Mali fell, but history never forgot him. 9. Why Mansa Musa still matters today. Mansa Musa proves something powerful. Africa was not poor. Africa was robbed of its story. He reminds us that wealth without wisdom destroys. Wealth with purpose builds civilizations. Even today, economists study his impact. Historians still debate him, and the world still hasn't seen anyone like him since. Mansa Musa once showed the world that true power is not how much you keep. It's how much you change lives. So ask yourself, if you had unlimited wealth, what would your legacy be?